Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, it's your girl Simply Lindsay P here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, hey girl, hey, nice to see you again. In today's video, you guys can already see by the title, but we're just gonna go through some of my 2020 beauty faves and show you guys what products I've been reaching for pretty much all year round. In previous beauty videos, I really stuck to like my tried and true favorites, but I decided to switch things up a little bit this year and just pretty much focus on items that either recently launched in 2020 or were new to me in 2020. Hopefully this will be a little bit shorter than my previous favorite videos, but if you're interested, let's get right into it. All right, y'all, so first things first is this Farsali Skin Tune Blur Primer. I love this primer so much. I don't know what took me so long to try it, but I finally picked it up this year. Originally in the mini and then ran out of that in like 2 weeks. So I picked up this larger size, and it is one of my favorite primers. It works really nicely with pretty much all of the foundations in my collection, and it gives me this nice blurred look. And I'm not sure if this is an oil controlling primer, but I noticed that I get through my day, I don't look super oily, and so it's just a consistent product and I really enjoy it. For foundations, I have 4 foundations this year. 2 of them launched this year and 2 of them were older but new to me. So let's start with the ones that actually launched in 2020. I would have to say my favorite foundation of the year is the TooFaced Born This Way Matte Foundation. This foundation is so beautiful. It's so versatile. It literally lasts all day long. And wear this as an everyday. You could build it up to full glam. It mixes great with other foundations. I mean, this is really just like a one-stop shop for all of your foundation needs. No makeup girls can sheer this out really nicely and still get a beautiful finish. For my slay queens, this will do you just right. So I also did a review on this foundation as well. If you want to hear my more in-depth thoughts, I'll leave that down below. Alright y'all, so another foundation that launched this year is the Rare Beauty Foundation by Selena Gomez. I didn't review this because I picked it up like pretty late in the year, but I actually really like this. This is a gorgeous foundation for my lighter days. Maybe if you wear makeup to the gym. I don't, but if you wear makeup to the gym, this would be a good one. Just running to the grocery store. It's pretty much light as air. I have mine in the shade 470C, and it's just a gorgeous foundation. It lasts really nice. It has a beautiful coverage, very natural, very skin-like. She really did her thing. It does have a doe-foot applicator, which I like for personal use. Obviously, this is not a foundation that would suit like a working artist or anything like that. But for personal use, it's a really good foundation and more for the no makeup type of days. Moving to a tried and true foundation that pretty much everyone loves. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. I have mine in Deep Spice 7W1. Y'all, I am so glad that I finally found my shade in this foundation. It is worth all of the hype. For all of these years, this bad boy is a favorite of many people for a reason. Like, I can't believe it took me so long to revisit this, but I was originally discouraged trying to find my shade and I could never find it, and now that I have, I don't know how I lived without this for so long. If you're an oily girl and you haven't tried this, do yourself a favor, run to your nearest Sephora. I think they have this at Ulta, Macy's, any of the counters, and pick this up. I mean, the coverage is flawless. The wear time is flawless. It photographs beautifully. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this foundation. It's great. It's absolutely great. These two are hitters for real. All right, now moving on to the Showstopper. I mean, if you want red carpet, full glam, no flaws whatsoever, this right here will get you right, okay? This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This foundation originally came out, I believe, in 2019, if I'm correct, but I recently revisited it this year, and I mean, wow. Talk about a standout foundation, y'all. This foundation right here is unclockable. I mean, like, full coverage, y'all. It's unbeatable. Now, I will say you have to get your perfect shade or be able to make it work, because it's so full coverage that if it doesn't match, sis, you might be in a little trouble. But the performance of this foundation is impeccable. You literally need the smallest amount to do a full face, so it's gonna last you a long time. And the wear time, the coverage, the way it photographs, everything about it, I mean, I would pretty much say it's just a little bit more of a step up than your Estee Lauder Double Wear. But you want full glam, go ahead and put this on. Okay, moving on to concealers this year. This should come as no surprise, but of course one of my favorite concealers this year is the Mcgrath Concealer. Y'all, I use this in almost every single one of my makeup looks. It is a gorgeous concealer, creamy consistency, easy to blend out, gives a flawless under eye, and really there's just none like it. I mean, this has pretty much completely replaced Nars Creamy Radiant Concealers for me. Still a great concealer, but I reach for this all the time, and I think this is my third repurchase. No, we're in 2021 now. In 2020, I repurchased this, I believe 3, maybe even 4 times, so can't be without that. Another concealer, which I'm not sure when this launched, but this is definitely new to me, and I don't remember much people like talking about this, but this is the Benefit Buoying. Yeah, I think that's what it is. This is the Benefit Buoying Cakeless Concealer. I picked this up at Ulta during a sale. This is a really nice concealer. It gives a very clean, polished looking under eye. It is cakeless, as the name suggests, and it lasts a really long time and really does give my eye like a brightening effect without trying too hard. I like the shade. Here I have shade 11, and it's a really good concealer. So I highly recommend this. Yeah, that's that. And then on the drugstore end, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. Y'all, this concealer is the truth, and I believe it's only $10 or maybe even less. But if you want a full coverage, again, this is for full glam days. This concealer is perfect. It blends out really well. I use this as a highlight shade, so oftentimes I'm mixing this with other concealers and it layers really, really nicely. And I mean, for the price point, it just, you can't beat it. Highly recommend this. Alright, so now let's get into powders. For setting powders, y'all know Miss Laura Mercier came through with the translucent honey, and I love this powder. I used to mix the original Laura Mercier with Ben Nye to get a shade like this. So when she launched this, when I tell you, I was over the moon. Like, this is it, babe. You don't need anything else. It's the perfect color. It is everything that we love about the original Laura Mercier powder, and it just performs to the T, controls oil, but definitely gives me that nice bright under eye. I am wearing this today and I love it. Love this. So I'm so glad. Thank you for finally bringing us this honey shade. For face powders, this should come as no surprise, but here is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Powder. I use this powder relentlessly this year in almost every single one of my looks. It is a great powder. You can wear it as a finishing powder or a foundation powder, and it performs beautifully. It blurs beautifully. It does everything that you need it to do. But these babies right here, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Matte Setting Powders, snuck their way into 2020 at the end of the year, and I know they've only been out like less than a month, but they came out in 2020, and I'm telling you, these are not going anywhere. I recently did a review on this, so if you want to see that, I will go ahead and link that down below as well. Originally, I picked up the shade 440, which is my complexion color, and I loved it so much that I actually went back and picked up the shade 400 to do the old school just setting under the eyes. one of my lovely subscribers who always supports me, she was like, girl, I think they're gonna use this like they used to use the MAC, what was that, MAC powders, the MAC Studio Fix powders to set under the eye. I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Next day I went to Sephora and picked up this shade, and we tested that out today, and honey, y'all better stop playing with Rihanna. She always comes through, and I don't care if these came out on December 31st, you were gonna get these in a favorites because they just perform that good. You will see these a lot in 2021, and I am just overjoyed that she came out with these. So these are hands down, they up there with the best launches of 2020, honey. All right, moving on to bronzer. So for cream bronzer, here is the Huda Beauty Tantor, and I have mine in the shade medium. I tried this product this year and I'm pleasantly surprised. I really love it. I'm hitting pan. I use this a lot. It gives me like the perfect amount of bronze without like getting too muddy or anything like that. It blends right in with my foundation just a little bit, gives me that red tone that I'm looking for. They're easy to blend, they don't dry down, the product's easy to work with. I mean, Huda Beauty really did her thing with this Tantor, and if you haven't tried it, I strongly recommend that you do so. And again, I have mine in the shade medium. For powder bronzers, I have two, which also should not come as a surprise. If you were here with me earlier in the year, then this one is, you already know how I feel about this. But this is the Nars bronzer in the shade Punta Cana right here. I know it looks a little ashy on camera, but it works. It is like the perfect like sheer bronze color for me. It builds up really nicely. It's not too, like, if I want a subtle, that's the word I'm looking for. If I want a subtle bronze, this is gonna give it to me, and it builds up really nice. It also layers nicely with other products. So if I want to do like a gradient bronze, which I do sometimes, so I'll use this and then go on with a bronzer shade that's a little bit deeper just to give myself a little bit of a gradient look. This is perfect for that. I love it for nose contour. I mean, I was obsessed with it the first time, even though I was throwing shade because in the pan it looks all type of suspect, but it does perform on me. I know for some people it didn't work, but it was one of my favorite bronzers this year. And then of course I would be remiss if I did not mention the Charlotte Tilbury Airbus Flawless Finish bronzer, y'all. This bad boy here, I mean, perfect shade, beautiful packaging, large pan size. I mean, it's just a luxury experience. I loved everything about this, and it performs so well. It is the bronzer that I'm wearing today, and you guys see, you know, for it to be January, I'm looking real sun-kissed. Like, it is just, honestly, everything about the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish line I love, but definitely a standout product, and I would say worth the money. It is an expensive bronzer, but I would purchase it again. I love it, and I use it on a regular basis. Let's keep with Charlotte Tilbury. This was new to me in 2020 as well. This is just a sample size, but the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Primer. I really like this stuff. It gives you like a nice subtle glow. It doesn't do too much, but it definitely still comes out above, like once you layer your foundation and stuff on top of it. And no scent, no muss, no fuss. It just does what it's supposed to do, and I really enjoyed this. I will be picking up a full size this year, but that is definitely one of my favorites. And then moving on to blush, I have two blushes that I picked up this year. The first of them being the Patrick Ta blush. So I have mine in the shade Ooh She's Different. The other shades didn't really work for me, so this kind of was the only shade that I could use, so hopefully he does expand. However, you get a cream blush here and then a powder blush here, and they perform really nicely. Blush is usually one of the quickest things to fade in one's makeup look, and when I go on with these products here, it lasts all day, and you can see it on the skin, and the color is actually really nice. So I enjoyed this a lot this year, especially in the spring and summer. And then, of course, you guys know there's no way I could do this video. I mean, look at it. It's all beat up and everything without mentioning my Fenty cream blush in the shade Rose Latte. This is my everyday blush, y'all. Like, if I don't know, you know that product where you're just like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. What do I want to wear? And then this is the one that works with every look, every outfit, every eye color, everything. It is my neutral blush of choice. I love this color. I love this formula. Sometimes I set it with the powder, sometimes I don't, and it looks absolutely beautiful either way. And hands down, one of the best launches of 2020. Rare Beauty also came out with these cream blushes last year, and y'all, let me tell you, they are to die for. Talk about pigmented. They show up gorgeous. I mean, look at that, and the color is just stand out. I only have the one shade, and I will probably pick up more. What I enjoy about these blushes is when they dry down, they are a matte formula. Okay, it's rare to find liquid to cream liquid blushes that dry down to a matte formula, and I really enjoy it. The color that I have is Love, and it's the perfect terracotta color, and I used it a lot since I picked it up. But yeah, that is what that looks like, and it is just a gorgeous color, a gorgeous formula, and definitely something new for someone who's been using cream and liquid blushes for some time now. I'm really enjoying it, and easy to apply as well. You can do it like this from the back of your hand, take your blush and apply it, or you can just dot it right on the face with this with the doe foot applicator, and you can do it that way. Brilliant product, and if you didn't pick it up, I highly recommend that you do. Now, y'all might laugh at me with this one because this is a very old product, but I mean, not older than Estee Lauder Double Wear, so you know, we try things at our own pace here. But here is the Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Palette in the Volume 1. Was I stupid? Like, I don't understand why I didn't pick this up back in college, back when Juvia's Place was all the rage. I mean, this palette is absolutely flawless. There's nothing wrong with it. All the shades in here perform. The highlighters are great. These two I can use sometimes as contours or bronzers or blushes. I mean, I love this palette. I really don't know where I had buried my head in the sand, but Juvia's Place, you'll be seeing more of me, and I'm sorry I'm late to the party, but this made me a believer. For liner, towards the end of the year, I picked up this Tattoo Matte Eyeliner. I believe Tattoo is the brand. I don't see any other branding on here. I picked this up at my beauty supply store, and I will never buy another expensive eyeliner again. I mean, this thing is so pigmented. Look at that. You guys see that? It's so pigmented. It's easy to work with. I have never done wing liner as much as I have in my entire life than I have in the last November, December since I picked this up, because it just makes it so easy to do. Everything else I would struggle to get my wing liner exactly right, or it would be a little sloppy. That pencil or felt tip pen is easy to control. You don't have to try too hard. The shape is perfect so that like you won't get a big glob of black eyeliner. Just, it performs well, and it's literally only like $4. I love it. I don't think I'll ever go back. Big discovery in 2020 for me was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I honestly just really like it on my brows. I don't know why I ever stopped using it, but because I have such fine brows, pencils are nice for outlining, but I found that in pictures my brows just weren't as prominent as the rest of my face. So I switched back to this pomade this year, and I'm really enjoying it. Or last year. I have to remember, you know, it takes some time for you to know that the year has come and gone and it's a new year now, so forgive me. But I was really enjoying it last year, and I think we will continue with this in 2021, because you know, when you have no eyebrows and the rest of the face is done up, it doesn't translate well. So I'm glad that I went back and revisited this, and I am really liking it. So this is the last discovery of 2020, and these are the lashes that I am currently wearing. I know you lovely people are going to ask me down below. I will have the link to these in the description box. These are from Amazon. Lashes are a statement, honey. Like, ever since I've started wearing them, I cannot stop. You get them at a really good price. I think 10 bucks or something like that for 6 pair of lashes. They are reusable and they just elevate pretty much any look. Like, I could do the most basic look. Like today I have on a three shadow look, and I mean, the lashes just make an absolute statement. The drama, they're the perfect length for my eyes. They really open up my eyes and do everything I need a lash to do. So my loves, those are all of my 2020 beauty favorites. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know if we have any of the same favorites or what your favorites are in 2020. If you're interested again in seeing any of my previous beauty favorites videos, I will leave those down below. Feel free to check them out. Everything in those videos are still 100% favorites of mine, and in this arsenal you see back here, I just really wanted to keep this video focused on 2020 products and keep it condensed for you all. So thank you all so much for watching, and again, I'd love to wish you all a happy new year. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at simplylyncp and give this video a thumbs up. And with that, my loves, I will see you all in my next one. Smooches.